Hi, my name is Chris Walker. I can help you produce sun-protective clothing here in Vietnam. Follow me to learn more about the debate between sunscreen and protective clothing to reduce skin cancer around the world. Teach me the basics of skin cancer.
So there's three main types of skin cancers. There's basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma. Those are the main types of skin cancers that we see in any dermatology practice. There are other types of skin cancers like Merkel cell, which is what Jimmy Buffett died from. There's sarcomas. I had an angiosarcoma the other day. So those are rare. You don't see those. The most common skin cancer is basal cell carcinoma, and that's usually caused from sunburns early in life. So we have these cells, these units, and then in the cells you have the nucleus. In the nucleus you have the DNA. So when that ultraviolet radiation hits that DNA, it alters that DNA. But your body's immune system, when you're young, is able to repair it. So as you go on through life, your immune system's repairing the DNA, and life is fine. But then after the age of 40, our immune system starts to decrease a little bit. It doesn't work. I mean, it still works, but not as well as it used to. But even as we get older, our immune system goes down. And so your risk for cancer increases. Well, if you have a history of a damaged DNA unit and your body has repaired it all this time, well, all of a sudden as you get older, it's not able to repair it. And that's why you start getting skin cancers more like in your 40s and 50s. And it has to do with what you did in the past. Now, with basal cells, like I said, those are caused from usually sunburns, which is more affects the surface of the skin, the epidermis, and a little bit of the upper dermis. So it affects that. And then there's squamous cells, which the sun penetrates deeper. That's when you're talking about UVA radiation. So the UVA radiation, it's a longer wavelength and it tends to penetrate deeper. And then the squamous cells in the skin start to change. Basically the same thing. The DNA is damaged. Your body repairs it throughout your life, and then as you get older, the alterations start to happen. So as our skin cells regenerate, you have that basic cell that's regenerating that next cell, that next cell, that next cell. So if that DNA is damaged and it's creating a bad copy, and then another bad copy, and then another bad copy, and that's why they start to progress. So usually when we see precancers, that's a warning that lets us know that can progress to a skin cancer. Mostly they're called actinic keratoses. Mostly those progress to squamous cells. Now, squamous cells can go into the rest of the body. They can metastasize. And the worst place to happen is on the lips, the ears, the neck. It's very vascular areas. They usually start off as a little scaly patch, and then they start progressing into like a real irregular scaly patch. And teaching some of the primary care residents I teach is the skin feels real spiky. It's like you've got these little tiny, hard, irregular, scaly patches of skin that are developing, and they don't go away. Or they will go away if you get out of the sun, but then when you get back in the sun, they come right back. And that has to do with the sun causing an immunosuppressive effect on your skin. So if you have sun-damaged skin, and you have little precancers developing, and you're out in the sun, and you're over the age of 40 or 50, all those factors come into play. So it makes these things kind of develop a little bit more rapidly.
Thanks for listening to the end. Contact me if you want to learn more about producing sun protective clothing here in Vietnam. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. And remember, thoughts are things, and where there's a will, there's a way. Welcome to Vietnam.